Turn your vehicle into cash at the Team Automotive Vehicle Purchase Event, February 16th and 17th at Team South on Airline. Get paid top value with instant appraisals for your car, truck, or SUV. We'll even appraise your boat, motorcycle, or ATV. Plus, register to win a Honda scooter during the Vehicle Purchase Event at Team South.
That would be concerning and maybe set a precedent moving forward.
If you had plans to be outside, you might hit a couple of these little passing showers.
A drug bust and a few arrests made. Look at what they hauled in here.
Good morning. It is 7:03 on a Friday morning. Look, breathe. We've made it to Friday.
That's true.
I tell you what, it's a lot of exciting things around the corner, including LSU baseball.
That's exactly right. Actually, first pitch later today, and not as late as you may think with some other opening days, nights. It's a day game. We're going to talk a little bit about that coming up. So let's figure out the forecast because folks got plans.
Yes.
And Steve has your answer.
The man with all the answers.
Yeah, and I think we got it. You know, if you're headed out to the box today, it might be a few raindrops. Should be able to get the game in. Not the prettiest days. Never seems to be. Right. Opening weekend.
Exactly. Opening weekend in the box.
Usually it's the cold, which will come tomorrow. But in the meantime, this morning, our First Alert Radar Network showing some very light showers, coastal southwest Louisiana, south of Lafayette. We're expecting that to gradually spread inland through the morning. You can see more of that offshore back into southeast Texas, emphasizing this is very light stuff, but still may start to get a few raindrops as the morning wears on. Right now, still mainly dry locally, but overcast. That's our Sky 9 view brought to you by Our Lady of the Lake. A mild start this morning. Temperatures mostly in the mid to upper 50s. Baton Rouge 58, New Roads to Hammond 54, Gonzales right now at 57 degrees. So we'll see some showers developing as the morning wears on. Temperatures in the mid 60s at noon, mid to upper 60s for highs. Might get a little bit of a lull in some of these light showers later on today. What you'll note here on Futurecast, already kind of overdoing the coverage a bit, right? So as we advance this through the morning, take a little grain of salt, but I do think a better chance of some showers moving inland by mid to late morning. That's 9 a.m. Here we are at noon, and then we'll get into the afternoon. You see some breaks showing up, a few showers still around. As we get into this evening and tonight, rains may be redeveloping a little bit. That's 7 o'clock. We're going to be tracking a cold front moving in from the northwest late tonight, so we'll pick it up, and you'll watch that front move in. That should help some additional showers develop overnight. By daybreak tomorrow morning, the front's starting to slip south of Baton Rouge. As it does so, rain chances will diminish. There may still be a light shower or two behind the front, but by noon tomorrow, most of us are dry, but the clouds, that's a different story. Probably going to be around throughout the day, and it's going to be a rather chilly Saturday as highs only reach the low 50s. Also going to be breezy outside. Now, as we look at rain amounts, from that same model I just showed you, note that for most of us through the day today, this is through 7 o'clock this evening, minimal amounts showing up today. Then as we advance this into Saturday, you're still looking at storm totals of a quarter inch or less for many of us. So rain amounts not going to be a big deal. The Weather Prediction Center agrees, keeping most of the area under a ½ inch, and many of us probably under a quarter inch. Could be some locally higher totals as you get closer to the coast. So overall, next couple days not going to be real pretty outside. Lots of clouds around and some passing showers today, tonight, into tomorrow morning. By tomorrow afternoon, mainly dry, but again, a high of only 52, overcast, breezy, not a real nice Saturday. It gets better on Sunday. Sunshine is back. Cold start, 34. So both Sunday and Monday, Baton Rouge may be just above freezing. That means outlying areas north and northeast likely to see light freezes. After Monday morning, though, a big warm up on the way, up around 80 by Wednesday. We also keep it mainly dry into next week. Time now 7:06 with an update on your Friday morning drive. Here's Johnny.
Hasn't been too bad. We're expecting a little busier week next week. A lot of schools were out this week. Some were in. So if you see school zone signs flashing, heed that warning. Here's I-10 east and westbound right here near the Essen Lane area. I-12, I beg your pardon. Between Essen Lane, there's the Essen Lane overpass. I-12 on-ramp right there. And your westbound traffic going toward the College Drive area. And then right back past that to the downtown area, bridge traffic. A little bit slow going outbound again. LA1 and the intracoastal in the background. Very light traffic there. Take you out to our interactive drive time map. This is a real area of concern lately. Okay, so here's I-12. Here's Airline Highway. This is Bluebonnet right there. The Women's Center for Wellness is right there. And they're doing a ton of road work on Jefferson Highway. And that is creating backups. At one point earlier this week, traffic on Jefferson was backed up to Floynell, almost back to Cal, where it's right over here near the Nesser overpass. There's the Bluebonnet area. Bluebonnet was backed up in both directions, as a matter of fact, and Jefferson was just a mess. That entire stretch between Drusilla and even beyond that, closer to Essen Lane. So just be aware, weekend road work is going to have headache after headache after headache for you on Bluebonnet this weekend and continuing today even. 7 minutes after 7 o'clock, 59 degrees on TGI Friday. You're watching us on WAFB Plus. We hop over here every weekday morning at 7 to make sure, yeah, we can't see you, Matt, but that's, oh, there you go.
Yeah.
We give you a little brief update on what we covered during 9 News this morning in case you were too hectic to kind of pay attention. And here's Liz and Matt for that.
Johnny, thanks. And we try to get you a rundown of all the things happening, including what happened overnight. The latest here from the Baton Rouge Fire Department, they worked a deadly fire investigation, putting out that fire first. This happened at an apartment complex over on Alaska Street. Right. In fact, we have video to take you there to the scene there.
Yeah. Do you know where this is? It's Alaska, kind of near Roosevelt. It's just north of the LSU campus, big apartment complex there. And Liz, what they're telling us is they got the call originally about 11:30 last night. When they got there, they had a couple people outside of this initial apartment saying there was one more person inside still. They made entry into that apartment, ended up finding a person dead. They also tell us this spread to another apartment, but they were able to contain it from there. Still, though, this is impacting more than just those people.
That's why 16 other people are being helped by the Red Cross. You see the volunteers and workers there. They're helping them figure out where they can stay in the days to come here. Now, keep in mind, because there's a lot going on, it's the Baton Rouge Fire Department, the Police Department, and the State Fire Marshal's Office all investigating not only the death in this incident, but what caused the fire, what could be, what led to it, and of course, we're going to get you updates as we learn new details about all of it.
So as that fire and death investigation goes on, there's another death investigation going on as well. BRPD saying they were working a train versus pedestrian crash, so to speak. You know where the Perkins, everybody knows where the Perkins overpass is. This is that general area right around, what, 3:30 yesterday afternoon?
Yeah, we actually sent that alert out to you when we learned about this, kind of blocking up traffic. If you saw a lot of police presence in that area. Now, police say that unidentified man was walking along the tracks when he was hit. Now, the coroner responding to that scene. Aside from that, little other details known right now. Once we find out the identity, once we find out some more details about this, we're going to let you know and pass them along to you through the 9 News app. But another update to a criminal investigation, Matt, we've been kind of talking about this for months now, and because it stems from a longer incident, an escaped juvenile inmate from the East Baton Rouge Juvenile Detention Center. Well, this was back in what, November? We talked about David Atkins. You heard that name? Well, now a 4th arrest leading to his death over the weekend. And
you're seeing the name at the bottom of your screen right there. Traylon Williams, 19 years old, now arrested for this. And actually, he was out on bond. We're told out on bond. Arrested for another incident, according to officials. He fired off a fully automatic weapon in a neighborhood and was arrested and then out on bond, and according to them was out on bond during this most recent shooting investigation. So again, a 4th arrest involved here, involving the death of somebody who, as we've talked about, was an escapee from the EBR Juvenile Detention Center.
That's it. As we get more updates on this, because there's 2 more juveniles arrested in connection here, we're going to get those updates to you. We also have a big heads up for you if we can get back here. Yep, a heads up from ExxonMobil. They want to let folks know if you live around the ExxonMobil Baton Rouge complex, they're just letting you know that it might get a little bit noisy and loud today. If you see any excess flaring, that's because they're conducting a fire training. This is mandatory, so they have to get it done. Got some of it done yesterday, but today, a heads up too.
Yeah, again, it can be kind of annoying for those folks living near the area. They understand that, so they want to make sure that you understand what is going on. That's exactly what's going on. 15th and 16th, just so you know. So that's on the radar for those folks there. Want to make sure we put this on the radar for literally anybody who might need to access it. Baton Rouge Love Heals Free Clinic. That's the name of this. And Liz, a number of hours, like 14 hours of access to free care.
And that's because the need is so great. Look, I've gone out there and covered this before. People start lining up around 3 or 4 a.m.
That's incredible.
That shows you the need. This is for anyone who may be underinsured, uninsured. You do not need any insurance to attend this. They're going to give you free dental cleanings, dental extractions. If you need any tooth pulled, you've got any infections, they'll even give you physicals, free eyeglasses, eye vision care. This is for children and adults, all hosted by the Baton Rouge Love Heals Clinic, or the Baton Rouge Free Clinic, rather. Make sure you get there on time. It is on a first-come, first-served basis. You've got doctors, dentists, optometrists, all donating their time and services to help people in need.
It's Hooper Road there, the Louisiana Leadership Institute, right there on your screen, 5763. To your point, they start lining up early. A lot of hours to get access, but they, again, start lining up early. If you need it, take advantage of it.
Oh, by the way, CAT's also offering rides for you here.
Right,
If you want to ride to the Louisiana Leadership Institute, call CAT's and let them know. And we've got all this information waiting for you in a web story.
There's a whole other set of cats getting ready to do something special today. Oh. Tigers back at the box. It is opening day for LSU baseball. The reigning national champs ready to run it back again. We'll see, huh?
First pitch, 2 o'clock today. Callie Hubbard was live out there with the assistant coach, Josh Jordan, out there this morning talking about the season to come. He was describing it like Christmas, right? It's
Christmas
exciting
morning.
because you
Crazy.
know about the uncertainty. You don't know what gifts you're going to
Anticipation.
get. It's exciting.
It is. And again, it's a little bit different, the night game, right?
Yeah.
Not today, and actually not all weekend, and a bunch of afternoon games for the remainder of February. So get on out there. Again, to your point, 2 o'clock first pitch. We would be remiss if we did not mention, of course, the Southern Jags. They have opening day today. They're on the road. They're in Houston, the Cactus Jack HBCU Classic, taking on a trio of SWAC teams. They don't count as conference games.
Sure.
You can come on back to the desk here. It is the Jaguars on the field at 11 o'clock this morning with their first pitch of their first game. It is that time of year, Liz. Not just the Tigers as you're seeing, Jags getting after it as well.
Because that means spring is here or coming.
Well, close.
It's coming, yeah. And look, today is almost a little bit spring-like, but tomorrow, get ready for the bottom to drop out. Here comes the chill once again. Daytime temperatures maybe in the 40s in some areas. It's going to be breezy outside. So not a pretty start to the weekend, but Sunday will get better. That's the good news.
Okay.
So we'll look forward to that next week. We will get your spring weather.
And LSU baseball on the home field again for next week. So to your point earlier, we were talking about it. It's not the start of the season unless the box turns into the ice box at some point, and here we go.
And then right around the corner, yard work.
Oh,
every week.
Taking care of it.
You say that like
But you enjoy that.
work.
You enjoy
What time
getting
can I expect
outside.
you?
Negatory, you got too big of a lot. He's got a corner lot. They have a higher expectation than me. I'm
I
in the
thought
middle.
y'all were friends.
Just in general, Steve has higher expectations.
Very good friends. He doesn't want me chewing up his yard.
Oh, he's going to mess it up intentionally.
True.
Yeah. Well,
That's absolutely true.
stay with us. We'll check in with you in another 10 minutes.
Mazda is proud to have been named the best SUV brand by U.S. News and World Report. Right now, get 0% for 60 months on both the Mazda CX-30 and the Mazda CX-50. Experience the Mazda difference and save thousands at Baton Rouge's Mazda dealer, Team Mazda on Airline.